Good morning, Virgos. How are you? Time now is 10:12 a.m. Eastern. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Virgo placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Take whatever resonate, leave the rest. If it's your first time here, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live. As always, cross watchers, you're welcome to join us, but please keep it classy and understand that moderators are in the chats. Okay, so Virgo, as I'm sitting here and I'm going through uh, your cards immediately, I picked up on three different energies. And then I started picking up on the song, If I Can't Have You, I Don't Want Nobody Else, Baby. It's like an old tune from Diana Ross back in the early 70s, perhaps mid 60s. And then I was getting Stop in the Name of Love. So somebody here could be a huge Diana Ross uh, fan. And this is, maybe perhaps somebody likes listening to Diana Ross and the Supremes. Um, because I kept getting, which is really, really weird, because I kept getting, I kept hearing, if I can't have you, I don't want nobody, baby. If I can't have you, I was kept getting that. And then I kept hearing, stop in the name of love before. You know what I'm saying? I kept hearing those two. But let's talk about the three energies that I was picking up on in your reading, okay? Um, Now, for some of you, you could be dealing with another earth sign or perhaps another water sign. And for others of you, you could be dealing with an air sign. The signs that I have on the altar on the table this morning, the first two signs that came out on you, um, Taurus and Leo. And then the other signs that I have that has appeared in your reading is Aries, Libra, and Gemini. And I'm also picking up on Capricorn placements as well. So take that however you want to take it, okay, when it comes to those certain signs, all right? Now, what I'm getting for some of you when it comes to air placements, I am getting Page of Swords energy with the Knight of Swords energy. So I'm getting a sense of feeling and feeling the need to rush in on what feels a bit intense, but somehow could come off a bit scattered. I'm getting here that someone could have been a bit curious about you, but now somebody is wanting to kind of rush in on an act of impulsive behavior coming off a bit overly aggressive. Okay. And so I know for some of you, I was also picking up on the Five of Wands energy, which is here concerning this here Page of Swords, Knight of Swords energy. Now, perhaps you could have been dealing with someone who has Leo Taurus placement with ear placement. Okay, because like I said, Libra, Gemini both here. Taurus, Leo is here. Aries, Gemini is here. Now, what I am getting from this particular energy is that you was dealing with someone who's coming in with the Four of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles energy, or this is somebody who could have been having a bit of financial difficulty or troubles holding on tight to what they have, or hiding their hand and not telling you the truth about them going through some sort of fears of anxiety when it comes to them having fears of not having enough. Um, this could be somebody who perhaps could have definitely at one time or another had you caught up with the Three of Swords energy when it comes to dealing with this Four and Five of Pentacles. For some, the Six of Pentacles came out right behind that. Now, that Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving, and in some cases, it could be a breadcrumb situation where somebody was coming with a handout because maybe they looked at you as being more stable. Whatever the case may be, when it comes to this here Seven of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles is normally focusing on one's harvest. And at the same time, when it comes to the Seven of Pentacles, that can also be about finances drying up, not coming in as fast as you was hoping they, things is drying up a bit slow. But then when I see the Three of Swords, the Nine of Swords came out right behind it. So again, when I see the Three of Swords and the Nine of Swords, definitely a lot of feelings of anxiety, stress, worryation, a broken heart, feeling rejected, abandoned. How could somebody do this to me after I opened myself up and I gave this person my all, and then they turned around and stabbed me in the back like this, and they lied to me, cheated on me, stole from me, and left me out in the cold just for them to move on and be with somebody else. That's the type of energy I'm getting in this situation. Now, maybe in the past, I apologize if you heard that. Maybe in the past, you could have been somebody, Virgo. Maybe you are the one who have Leo placements who was dealing with a Taurus. And somebody, or like I said, you could have been dealing with both the Leo and the Taurus. And somebody's ego feels bruised where this person had high self esteem, now suffering with low self esteem because they feel as though they were used and abused mentally and emotionally and was taken advantage of by somebody who came in and manipulated them. And whatever the case may be, it caused this Five of Wands of chaos, conflict, you know, petty behavior. It's like arguments and disagreement, at the same time, competition. Hmm. It's like people who could be jealous of your person because they see them with you, and they're sitting back looking and laughing and saying to themselves, when it comes to deceitfulness, not wanting to see the two of you together because there seems to be some struggle when it comes to bringing two people together. But then I also see another female from this person's past that's still holding on to them as well. And that female can also be doing some sort of magic on this person, and your person is trying to get away from their person to get to you. But like I said, somebody, even though they could have done you wrong, with the Libra card, Justice card, this person didn't want to give accountability for the part that they played in. They didn't want to give accountability for their actions and their wrongdoing you of how they mistreated you. What's up, Trinity? I see you, girl. But now the time has come for somebody to prove their innocence. Somebody's going to have to confess because justice is going to be served. But then, like I said, when it comes to, that's one energy. But then when it comes to the Knight of Pentacles with the Knight of Cups, with that Knight of Cups, you're dealing with somebody who's, coming off a bit charming, charismatic, says all the right things, right? But then they can also be hidden emotions and hidden desires and hidden feelings because that Knight of Cups could be emotionally in their feelings but using manipulation to get back in. But then you got a Knight of Pentacles who's moving slow but yet coming off a bit hard working and driven and reliable and responsible, but taking their time because they're focusing on their stability. But then I remember back on another one of your readings that we did, we spoke on your spiritual ancestors who was watching over you. And I remember when I said that some of you had a spirit ancestor who was clearly saying that if this person is not devoted to you and this person lacks character, morals, and respect, because like I said, some of you have a male ancestor on the other side who is an Aries who's looking over you. But then some of you can also have a Gemini get ready to come your way where there's going to be a Two of Cups, somebody who you feel is compatible, where there seems to be a mutual attraction between you and a Gemini, or Gemini placements, don't have to be, take it how it resonates. But when I look at the Emperor and I look at the Aries, and I see where justice is going to be served because somebody did you wrong, they did you dirty. When I see the Emperor, and like I said, some of you have a spirit ancestor who is coming in on Aries placement, or Aries, somebody who's dominant. Now, I know for me, when it comes to that Emperor, my great great grandfather, you know what I'm saying, very powerful man. Some of you can have Aries on the other side, or somebody with strong Aries placements who's putting their foot down on a situation. And the reason why I say that is because behind that justice card is going to be served, the Wheel of Fortune came out with the World card. The Wheel of Fortune, the World card. Closing out a cycle with the help of the universe. Where justice is going to be served because the Emperor is coming in helping you to close that cycle. The Emperor is somebody who's looked upon as a higher power authority figure. Now, it's like when it comes to the ear sign, ear sign is coming in on an active impulsiveness, overly aggressive, demanding, trying to take charge. And even though you have a water sign and an earth sign, or somebody who could carry all placements, take it where it resonate. Like I said, Knight of Cups emotionally in their feelings, you coming up to be their heart desire, who they wanting to be with. Then you have this Knight of Pentacles moving slow, saying they feel more reliable, responsible. But then when I see the Emperor, you have the King of Swords right behind that Emperor with the King of Pentacles. So when I see the King of Swords and I see the King of Pentacles, I see somebody who is very sharp and intellectual. I see somebody who's a born leader. I see somebody, who not just wealth and abundance when it comes to material, but I see somebody when it comes to mental clarity and truth, knows what they want, not afraid to go after it. And I feel like this emperor is definitely somebody who wants you to be with somebody who's in more of a leader's position. Again, I keep up on a spirit ancestor who is got their foot in the situation. It's like whichever direction you're going in, this ancestor's not going nowhere because they're sitting here, and whatever or whoever it is you're dealing with, that spirit ancestors got their foot on this person's neck. It's like they're controlling the situation, the environment. And for some of you, you got a grandmother or a mother figure who definitely don't want you to be with this toxic individual, and it pisses them off every time they see this person come around. It pisses them off. They can't stand that person. And this could be the reason why you have this strong masculine energy, male energy, this spirit, this dominant energy. It's like you have love getting ready to come into play. You're leaving behind because Virgo, I don't see you holding on to that toxic energy. That could have been a past situation. I don't see you guys holding on to that. Okay, maybe in the past that could have been your feelings, letdowns, woes. But I feel like now this is this person's energy. They are aware that they did you wrong. Now maybe when you got with this Taurus, they could have been wanting to do right. Maybe they was caught up in a third party situation between the Taurus and the Leo. But I feel like you're the one with the Leo placements and you was the one dealing with a Taurus. And you could have been bruised by this person, but this person was trying to do the right thing, but they was obligated to somebody else. And it's like this Taurus could have let down all the parties involved. And some of you can have strong Taurus placements in your chart as well. Because when it comes to wanting to do the right thing and seeking answers from a higher source, where there's a need to pay close attention to the past mistakes and ever, moving forward, Virgos, you are coming in with the Queen of Cups, paying very close attention to your intuition, with the Queen of Wands, standing in your power, taking your power back, with the Queen of Pentacles, spiritually connected. You know what I'm saying? Walking in spirit and separating yourself from things that no longer serve you. Where now with the Nine of Pentacles, you're focused on yourself, and you're coming in with this here Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So definitely a lot of new potential on the horizon. because you're coming in with the Eight of Pentacles, where you focus on your stability and security when it comes to you working on your craft and being hardworking and driven and practicing, working hard on what it is you do. Now, some of you could be getting ready to receive some sort of unexpected surprise news concerning the Page of Cups. Because, like I said, you got a Page of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. And so, with that Ace of Cups, here comes the Two of Cups with the Lovers card. So now you could be dealing with a Gemini who has water placements or a water sign who has air placements. Whatever the case may be, you got your mind on the Two of Wands when it comes to making plans for the future, leaving the past behind, moving forward with the Eight of Cups toward a more spiritual, stronger connection elsewhere, followed by the Sun card when it comes to your own peace and happiness. Like I said, I don't see you looking back to anything toxic. But at the same time, with the Five of Wands fire sign, and you can have a fire sign who's trying to run to you, who done learned a valuable lesson, and now they're trying to get away from their past to come toward you. Now, fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Aries, Leo is here. So some of you could be dealing again with an Aries, strong Leo. Not Leo, but Leo, strong Aries. Sorry. Let's see. Because you're definitely closing out the cycle with the World card with the help of the universe. And like I said, there is a strong masculine energy on the other side who is pretty much the head of your circumstance. Not your circumstance, but it's like when it comes to love and romance and you making choices, whoever that father figure is, they're going to intercede every time with you moving forward. So if that spirit ancestor don't like this person that's trying to come your way, they're going to wreck their life and make it so they can't come near you. You know what I'm saying? And that's only because they're trying to protect you. I'm getting something about blue collar and dominant. So that could be this spirit ancestor. Yeah, because somebody stabbed you in the back. The Ten of Swords just came out. This person stabbed you in the back multiple times. And that could be the reason why your family is standing in play. Yeah. Yeah, you have a grandfather on the other side who don't take no mess. Whether that's a grandfather, great grandfather, great great grandfather, but they don't take no mess. They don't. And that grandfather is like, if they gotta flip that person's car over to teach them a lesson, they will flip that person's car over to teach them a lesson. You know, I'm just a messenger. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, Earth, which is you. When it comes to tapping into your spiritual ability and your spiritual realm, taking time to, again, with that Hermit card, go within, Virgo. Some of you can also be dealing with another Earth sign. Again, that Taurus. That could be that Taurus taking time to go within and reflect because somebody came in and caused some sort of tower of destruction in your life, whether past or present, some sort of unexpected, unabrupt interruption that took place in your life with the Tower card, where things just fell apart and crumbled. Yeah, some of you can have an ex that you having dreams about, or bad dreams, or somebody that won't leave you alone. Your ancestors saying you may have to put them in a jar. If you have an ex that's bothering you, you may have to put them in a jar, do a cord cut, and tell them to go away, to leave you alone, and call upon your ancestors to get this thing to leave you alone. Because I know for myself, I have an ex-husband who's dead and gone, but you know what I'm saying? I done had two dreams about this brother to be 2 years in April that he's been deceased. And you need to keep that negative energy over there and let me be with it. Temperance card, you're needing to move in moderation and seek peace and seek patience at this time. Take your time, keep some things to yourself, but move in moderation and trust spirit and allow spirit to help guide you and direct your path. Because some of you with the Three of Pentacles, when it comes to your hard work and other people taking notice of it, you can have people that want to collaborate with you, but you are focused on some sort of goal list when it comes to you trying to um, stay focused on your most important priorities. Change is going to come into play. Some of you could be thinking about traveling later, but change is going to come into play because some of you may feel as though right now you're in the wrong water, you're in the wrong place, you're in the wrong space, you feel a little bit stuck and scattered as though things are not moving for you, and that something is trying to stop you and block you and hinder your progress. And you could be bored with where you are. And so you're ready for change. It's as though you feel as though you can't be as productive as you would like because of the energy that surrounds you, that's on the outside. Yeah, many of you are ready to take a leap forward with the Fool card. You're ready to let go and release this here burden, something that you view as a heavy burden. You're ready to get away from it and release it with the Ace of Swords. You're ready for change, just like I said. Virgo, but in the world, somebody got their eye on you. Jesus, I can't make it up. You're sitting here trying to leave this toxic situation behind with the Six of Swords, but this person is still watching you with the Seven of Swords energy. This narcissist, they're trying to get in, trying to be sneaky, malicious. They're trying to get in without getting caught, taking what they want and leaving. This person is trying to stop you from leaving. Either somebody views you as a wish fulfillment, or you're getting ready to step into a wish fulfillment. Because with the Eight of Wands, you finally got the freedom to move forward. But then you also got somebody who's trying to take fast action to come toward you. Yeah, because like I said, I kept hearing that song. If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else, baby. And I know that's an old tune from Diana Ross, if I'm not mistaken. Let me know. You guys let me know. I think that's who sung that song, right? Wasn't that song sung by Diana Ross? If I can't have you, I don't want nobody else. And then Stop in the Name of the Love, that was also a Diana Ross tune. Like I said, somebody here could be a Diana Ross fan and like to listen to Diana Ross, or maybe somebody was listening to Diana Ross earlier because I was picking up on those two songs. You know, maybe back in this is somebody who used to like listening to old songs like the OJs and the Temptations and Luther Vandross or Teddy Pendergrass. Or maybe somebody was listening to those songs last night. I don't know. What's up, Brittany girl? Because I'm also picking up Gerald Levert. Yeah, so I feel like somebody enjoys listening to music, or maybe somebody had, listened to music last night, and somebody here was listening to Dinah Ross Supremes, maybe Marvin Gaye, like I said, Freddie Jackson, the OJ's, Temptation, Luther. Yeah, because I'm getting Rick James, Tina Marie, somebody like listening to old school songs. Virgo, you're coming in with the Empress energy. So you're giving birth to new beginnings. Happy New Year to you too. You said feeling great, just getting back from the gym. Oh, okay, okay. Now that's positive. I like that. I know that's right. Get that energy flow going. Then those high positive model, keeping it up, high vibrations. I like that. Staying motivated, positive. Love it, love it, love it. That's definitely something good. I like that energy. Yeah, Virgo, it's kind of weird because Five of Cups, that disappointment. Seven of Cups, illusions when it comes to options. But then when it comes to that Five of Cups, could it be because you were dealing with the devil? Somebody who tried to lead you astray, or felt like they tried to bond you with intimacy. And now this person is weighing the options and trying to figure out which is the best option. And somebody can't seem to get over you, but you're going through a spiritual awakening with judgment. So, justice, judgment, world card, that's a closure, that's ending. That's ending. And somebody's having a hard time letting go with the hangman energy, where there seems to be some sort of lingering energy in the ear. And this could have to do between you and a past person with the Six of Cups. But it was too much hiding things in the dark and keeping you again, trying to mislead you, lead you astray, keeping things in the dark, keeping some secrets hidden. Somebody was wearing a false mask. Things wasn't as what they appeared to be because somebody was pretending to be somebody else. And you're coming toward this here victory. And like I said, somebody had you all trapped and isolated, all in your head with the Eight of Swords, had you feeling stuck. But now you're breaking free because you're manifesting with the Magician. You got new beginnings coming your way because you got butterflies. Yeah, you're standing your ground. You're standing guarded. Seven of Wands. Some of you got new beginnings coming your way. Like I said, whatever was old, that's closing out. That cycle's closing out. Whatever you dealt with in the past, that cycle's closing out. 2026, you're walking in your destiny. So whatever is old is going to stay behind you. And Spirit is telling you to let it stay behind you. Stop opening the door. Stop sending out invitations. Keep that door closed because you're headed in a whole different direction. Definitely, for sure, you are. You just got to keep spirit first. Continue to cleanse. Yeah, the death card. So wherever this painful ending took place, whether between you and a Scorpio, you're going through a spiritual rebirth. So wherever there was a painful ending, it's about to be a beautiful new beginning. And for some of you, you can have a Scorpio that wants you back. Who knows? Take it how it resonates. Let's see what other messages wants to come out for you, Virgo. My goodness. I feel like you will be celebrating yourself with the Chariot card. You're going to be overcoming obstacles because you're on the right path. The Two of Swords, you're no longer stuck. You're freeing yourself. Oh, be careful because with the Five of Swords, there go deceit, deception, and sabotage. So again, when it comes to that air sign, damn, who in the world is the air sign? Because you got Gemini. Some of y'all be careful. I don't know. My goodness. Because you got Libra, Gemini. What is air? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You got strong Libra, Geminis here for sure. But Then you got that devil energy, you got that Capricorn. And like I said, with the Libra and the Gemini, if the Libra is the one that did you wrong, then justice is going to be so. Libra has to give accountability for their actions and their wrongdoing. But then, could you have dealt with a Gemini where there could have been some self sabotaging going on? Where this Gemini could have done something wrong to you, such as some sort of black magic, and was trying to break you and a new person up. And now that Gemini has to face some sort of consequences for what they put you through, and now they're kicking themselves in the ass for their wrongdoing because this Gemini didn't want to let go. And some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces who didn't want to let go. Only you know, but whatever the case may be, some of you can have a Cancer that could be coming into place. I know we're going through a Cancer moon cycle. So whether you are a Cancer moon or a Cancer black lily moon, that moon cycle of Cancer, and then have Pisces in your chart with that, when you're dealing with a Cancer moon, that's all about helping you to take a closer look of your past error and mistakes, helping you to heal and take a closer look by examining, especially if you're a Virgo. It's like that Cancer and that Virgo right there. You know what I'm saying? Then that Pisces, because Virgo and Pisces, two signs that's very intuitive. Virgo and Pisces, they tend to have that empath ability. So does Scorpio. Now, some of you can be receiving help from a Cancer too, because you can have a Cancer spirit that's on the other side that's also helping you. Okay. And you're listening to that, you're taking charge, especially for those for my Virgos that got Cancer placements. You could be taking charge, and you can also have a Cancer that's helping you to take charge. Because I do see you celebrating yourself. Like I said, it's gonna be later on, spring, summer 2026. Traveling, changes coming into play, move vibration, raising your vibration. And some of you could be thinking about getting a new dog, or you already have a dog and you're walking your dog. Somebody here has a dog, getting ready to take the dog out, walking their dog, or somebody's walking their dog now. Somebody's thinking about getting a new dog. I don't know, take it how it resonates. Because I'm getting the name Scrappy. I don't know, somebody can have a dog named Scrappy, but that's what just came to me. Scrappy's a happy dog. I don't know. But 9 of Wands, somebody feels emotionally withdrawn, drained mentally. Somebody's desperately ready for change. Barely standing, but still there. Virgos. I didn't want to be here on this reading this long. I said I was going to start shortening my readings, but then you guys know I'm led spiritually. So I come in here and I deliver the messages until Spirit tells me to stop. Queen of Swords, the time has come for you to set huge boundaries and stick with it and don't let go. Sometimes you have to say what you mean and mean what you say, but hold on strong to those boundaries. Trinity says Scrappy is her dog. Oh my God, Scrappy's a happy dog with a lot of energy who likes to run around. Brittany says she's glad she caught me live. I'm glad you guys caught me live too, because I started to step out and leave. No, I'm not so sure. Yeah, King of Cups. King of Cups seems like they, emotionally in their feelings want to be with you. That water sign is what? Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer showed up. A water sign can't seem to get you off their mind. They can have other options and offers, but the only cup they see is you. So it's like whoever this water sign is, they're not interested in nobody else really but you, honestly. But then Virgo, you got fire in your chart with the Three of Wands. Like I said, you guys are yeah, waiting for your ships to come in. Like I said, you could be getting ready to travel, take a trip, whether this is business or leisure. But I feel like this trip is going to be needed, spiritually going to ground you and humble you. This is something that you need to do in order to gain some sort of closure. Mm-mm. Change is coming into play though. Whatever it is you went through in 2025 or in the past, I feel like within the year 2026, your life is getting ready to do a whole new 320. I'm getting something about a risk factor, taking charge, a risk factor, taking charge. And I'm also getting something about a wrist fracture. I don't know who that's for, but protect your wrist because I'm getting something about a wrist factor, a wrist fracture. Somebody got a wrist fracture. I'm also getting that somebody likes to cook. Somebody likes to cook, and when they cook, they cook within a window view. You know, when it comes to like pepper, somebody likes color in their food because I'm seeing red pepper, yellow banana peppers, and green bell peppers. Somebody likes to cook using color, and they face the window. Or something about the energy within the window. A window view. You know, like I said, some of you could be ready to travel with a window view. Um, take charge. Like I said, something could be appear as a risk factor, or like I said, somebody can have a wrist fracture. You said as you love to cook, okay? Because I'm getting something about cooking. Okay. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do. Let's see. One more download, one more message. Let's see if anything else wants to come in. Let's see if anything else wants to come in. What other spirit messages? What other messages? Spirit, spirit angels, spirit guardians, spirit ancestors. What other messages do you want me to please deliver from my Virgos before I shut it down and I let it go and I end it? What other messages do you want me to deliver or explain? I'm getting ready to shut it down. Okay, one message that I'm getting here is somebody has a thing for Louis Farrakhan. Somebody here could be really strongly spiritually led in spirit when it comes to history. When it comes to Louis Farrakhan, Martin Luther King Jr. Somebody here could like watching documentaries on Louis Farrakhan. Now, I feel like the time has come for you to seek balance, to stop juggling. Some of you could be juggling and multitasking, multiple jobs and multiple responsibility. You have a Ten of Cups getting ready to come your way with the Ten of Pentacles, but you also got the High Priestess. When it comes to, yeah, the High Priestess with the Hermit card. Definitely take a time to go within and reflect with that High Priestess energy, paying close attention to the red flags, using wisdom and intellect. You are the star. When it comes to you being spiritually inspired with your inspiration, spiritual gifts, spiritual crystals, spiritual knowledge. Ace of Cups, new beginning with that. Don't be afraid to take risks. Risk factors is something here changing with the help of the King of Wands. Like I said, you're going to find yourself in a brand new commitment when it comes to longevity, long term commitment, celebration. I'm getting here that somebody definitely enjoys some sort of Black history documentary because I'm getting Louis Farrakhan, but then I'm also getting something like Louis Armstrong or the name Louis. Okay, now I know a long time ago I had an ex-boyfriend named Louis. That was a long time ago. I was like 30, 31, something like that. Oh, I could even be younger than that. I don't know. But yeah, I'm getting something about you know what I'm saying. Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm. Was there somebody by the name of Louis Farrakhan? I don't know. I know there was Malcolm X. Was there somebody by the name of Louis Farrakhan? Cause why am I picking up that name Louis Farrakhan? I'm getting the name Louis Farrakhan, Malcolm X. You know, Martin Luther King. Somebody enjoys watching Black History. Like I said, documentary Black History. Connection between you and that history. You know, maybe you could have, maybe you have experienced ancestor who was born within that time. You could have, grew up, during the documentary of the Black Panthers, you know, because I'm getting that very strongly, and I don't know why it led me there, but it did because it's even giving me Martin Luther King's wife, I'm getting something about March, you know. So somebody here is definitely was definitely brought up in that strong background. So you got uncle. I'm picking up on my own uncle now. Okay, so some of you can have an uncle just like myself who was deceased, no longer here, but they're with you because I'm picking up on somebody who was definitely a strong supporter and what they believe in when it comes to Black power, Black people. Black power to my Black people. What was the saying of that? Um, and now I don't even want to say it. I don't even want to say it. But anyway, because it used to be like a chat back in the day during those days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. And so you come from a family that once upon a time during slavery and racism, um, some of your spirit ancestors, that was brought up in slavery. And this is why you are the person who you are or the person who you have become because of your family history, background. Yeah, definitely taking me there, you guys. Okay, it's taking me there. It really is. So you definitely got some sort of connection to the history. Something there with your spirit ancestors. And some of you may need to really quietly connect, to that ancestor. Okay, Virgos. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. Some of you are needing to carry rose quartz, clear quartz. Okay, cellulite, your black tourmaline, and you're needing to carry some sort of form of rose quartz. For me, this is raw rose quartz. I know you can't see it, but it's actually raw rose quartz. Some of you may need to carry some rose quartz, black tourmaline, cellulite, mhm, citrine, amethyst, red jasper, pyrite. Yeah. Okay. Cover your doors, your walls, your floors. Y'all already know what to do. All right. Stay prayed up, stay cleansed, stay spiritually connected and spiritually grounded, especially for my single ladies who are celibate. If you are single and celibate and you don't have no one in your life, you are struggling, you need to spiritually protect your temple. in your vessel, because you can have a jealous ex-companion who's wanting to come back. They know you are spiritually cleansed and gifted, and the only way to destroy you or damage you or distract you would be to come in and be intimate with you. And you have to be minded, because people from the past are not cleansed and not gifted and not spiritually led. So anybody from the past who you was once upon a time connected to, they walk in the flesh. Therefore, they are dirty, infected with bacteria and germs and viruses, and they could come in and they can not just intoxicate you, but they can also poison your wealth and your stability, and they can also leave you with some sort of contagious STD, HIV, flu, all that, COVID. So be mindful who you open the door to. Keep the door shut and close at this time, okay, in your body. All right. Okay, you guys. With that being said, I'm out. I hope you guys was able to receive a message from the reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up. Feel free to give this channel some super chats. You know what I'm saying? Because we do accept super chats, okay, to help the channel grow. Give it a thumbs up. Hit the like button. Share. Invite other Virgos to the channel, okay? Spiritually subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I'm going live, because I don't come live every day. I've been here graciously because I know I've been home during this holiday cycle, but I will be going back to work Sunday night. Okay, so today is what's today? Friday, right? It's Friday. And so I'm not gonna say I'm gonna come back tonight, because I had a couple of people who went to the landlord and told them that I was up late at night disturbing their peace, because I had people who was eavesdropping, listening to my readings. And so, my landlord sent out letters telling people that we can't be up disturbing other people after 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying? You can't be having no noise or talking loud, disturbing the peace and all that BS. But anyway, so I will start coming in early to avoid that BS. But in the meantime, I love you guys. God bless. If I don't come back later on tonight, because I feel like I giving you guys a long reading right here. Feel free to book a private reading if need be. I'm available for private readings tonight and tomorrow. Okay, so I will come back in tomorrow to give you guys a reading, and early Sunday. All right. And then after that, I go back to work. So you're not going to be seeing me up here coming in like I've been doing. You guys know when I go back to work, it's a wrap. I'm saying when I go back to work, that means I only come in on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, or every other Thursday, but Friday and Saturdays is when you'll be seeing me do a reading. Okay. So y'all got 2 more days left for me to come in here and give live readings. And then after that, I'll see you guys on the weekend. All right. I'll try to come here at least once or twice on the weekend and connect with you guys. So with that being said, Happy New Year's. Enjoy your first week. All right. Enjoy this weekend, because Sunday starts the week. So Friday today, TGIF. You know what I'm saying? Thank God it's Friday. Those of you getting off work home, or you've been off work like myself, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your last weekend before you go back to work. You know what I'm saying? You already know, hitting that pad. You know what I'm saying? Doing what you got to do. All right, you guys. I am out. God bless.